Hi guys, welcome back to another Airsoft gameplay video. In today's video, I have a little bit of a sniper gameplay up at my local field, Fox Airsoft in Colorado. And as you'll see in this video, this is my first sniper camp video, so it was definitely a learning curve trying to, balance between the helmet cam and the scope cam. It was definitely a good experience for learning as an editor. And as a part of that also, I wanted to, since I was learning from this, I wanted to kind of show you guys what it's like to actually play the role of a sniper during an airsoft game. And so there's very minimal cutting and editing actually of the gameplay. So what you see is what was happening with not a lot cut out. I hope you enjoy.
Huh. Where are we gonna go? Say what?
Alright, so in this part we're just waiting for the game to start for the other team to be ready. And so a lot of us are just taking some shots. Right now I'm sighting in my scope, and also this gives me some good footage to just practice switching between perspectives. So that's what's going on here.
Can you take this back? Yeah. There you go.
So right here, I lost footage, so we're just going to enjoy the silence or the black screen for the next 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, Bazooka! We win! Thank everybody who lost. Yes, he does. Oh my god. It's over, we win. What a bloodbath. We have to go back further than this. We're about to just clear out some fucking concrete structures on top of Normandy. Oh shit. What if we destroy the flag?
We're going for the yellow one, that's all I know. That's beautiful. We're going for the yellow flag!
He's literally the team leader with the biggest gun. Behind the flag!
One of the things I can say I honestly love about the sport of airsoft is just the super awesome and crazy people you'll meet on the field at any given day. You never know what you're going to run into, and I think that's fantastic.
Behind the flag, everybody.
Here, get it? Huh? Let's get it. Get it. Yeah.
Alright, so now that the game is actually starting, I should probably explain the rules for this game mode that we were playing. So, in the middle of the field, there are several flags. I believe that there were 3 flags. Some of them were yellow. So there was yellow flags and green flags, and you had to raise your flag to the color. We were yellow in this case. And you won by having the most flags of your color up by the end of the game. So my buddy Addison and I decided that since we were longer range weapons, we were going to take the farthest right side since there were really good lines of sight looking down the field. And then this way, there's no way they could sneak up on the right, clear us, and raise their own flags. And this held it down pretty well. And we were able to do a pretty good job just keeping them and deterring them from this pass. So not a lot of kills, but it kept them from coming this way and winning the game in the long run. Alright, so at this point, not very many shots were taken, but a lot of it was just scoping the scenery and just making sure that we were all clear from the right side and that no one was getting through.
Good spot.
So right there you couldn't see it because my perspective camera was angled too far down, but an enemy player made a really aggressive push forward and ended up sliding into a bush, and the only reason I was able to get him out with my pistol was because he barely poked his head out from where he was hiding, exposing himself.
Watch for movement that direction.
So at that point, it seemed like people started to know where we were, and since they knew that we were over there, since we were the biggest threat for them making any advance, we started ending up with a lot more people trying to either rush us really quickly or kind of slowly work their way up to eliminate us that way.
Contact right.
Did you see that? What? I got him.
Alright, so right there in the previous shot, I saw him moving forward, and I knew that there was no chance that I was able to get him while he was standing up, because by the time I had actually got my sights on him, he had moved into like behind the tree too quickly. And so I took a risky shot when he ducked down under, and I ended up getting him right past a branch, and I still can't believe I made that shot.
Yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear him? What? What do you want me to do? Alright, you're gonna come up here. Make sure you stay low and get behind this cover, okay?
So right there, we had a bunch of players just push up to our position, which was really nice because we were starting to lose players from some of the players that had pushed up super far and gotten killed, or some players that just got bored and went around. So it was nice to have like a fresh batch of new people to help us keep that side clear.
They're cutting through middle. So I'm gonna keep that lane clear. I'm gonna watch this way. They're cutting through the middle this way. Keep that lane clear. I'll watch this way. What kind of weapon do you got? Alright, so what you're gonna do, keep it clear that way, okay? So watch around this side of the bunker, keep it clear. When they pop their heads, keep them down. Don't let them look up.
Okay, so in the next couple of clips, there's not a lot of shots taken, but there is a lot of zooming down, looking down the scope, scanning around the area, and then looking back around, and mostly it's just communicating with the team, trying to keep the opposite team as far away from us as we can, so this way we're able to hold the flags down, keep them off of this side completely, and hopefully get the victory in the end.
Can I use full auto on this?
Yeah. Make sure you're not blind firing. Yeah. Addison, watch your lane. I see one coming up. got him? See him? You see him now? Keep his head down. I don't want him taking any shots.
I got eyes on some guys.
Yeah, you see his helmet reflecting? They're tucking around right hard.
Got eyes.
Making a far pull right.
Again, right there was another instance of when we had a whole bunch of people who had either been hit or just made a move that didn't work, and so we ended up back near the spawn, who came around to our right side again,
He's patient.
and that was really big help,
jump
having
right,
more
Dan.
people, more eyes downrange. This way,
Am I clear to cut?
the other team was even less effective in making advances towards it.
Yep, you see him now?
Yep.
And unfortunately, with that shot right there that I definitely missed, I even saw the BB hit a branch and bounce off the other direction. The enemy now knew exactly where we were, since they were able to use that shot to find us, and there were a group of people around me. So after that, they were able to move up a lot faster, but also knowing where we were, they were able to keep their heads down and stay out of our line of sight.
Where are we all laying down? Where are we all laying down?
Quite a few tall bush over there.
That's what they're,
Did you see him? There's a ton of them straight up ahead.
One of the difficult things about this map is there's a lot of thinner brush that you would think you'd be able to shoot through, but even just that little bit ended up altering the path of the BB so much that you missed. There were quite a few shots I took, including the last shot right there, where I had them right in my sight, and I shot the BB, and in post, in editing, you can see the BB travel, and you can watch it hit and bounce off, and those are honestly pretty disheartening when you see, like, so close, but if that branch was just a little bit out of the way, then it would have been fine.
Yo, somebody dropped a mag.
The pistol mag?
Looks like kind of like a high kappa, maybe.
PT99, yes. Thank you.
Yep.
So the pistol I was using that day was my Taurus PT99, which is a fantastic pistol. I love it so much. But the pistol in the holster that I was using, if you had the magazine in the pistol while it was in the holster and you moved, like if you ran, then the holster would squeeze the pistol just enough that the magazine would fall out. There were so many times that day when I would be running and someone behind me would be like, "Hey, you drop your magazine?" Yep, that happened all day, and it honestly, by the end of the 7-hour day, it got pretty frustrating. And then again, right there, if you squeeze the pistol too hard, the way the magazine release works is it's a super sensitive release, and so I squeezed the pistol grip just wrong, and the magazine fell right out. Definitely not one of my best moments. A little bit embarrassing. The guy behind me definitely chuckled at that. And then right there, after using the rest of the ammo in my pistol, I realized that I had definitely gotten way too close to where the enemies were bunched up, and I needed to move back closer to my spawn just so that I would be able to stay comfortably out of their range while they were still within my range.
Why are you shooting
And
friendly?
unfortunately, after that friendly fire, I got back to spawn, and the game did end after that. But we did win the game, which is super awesome. I had somebody compliment me saying that we had our right side locked down super tight. There was no way they were getting through, and that felt great. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you liked, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear any advice you have for me in the future. And all I can really say is thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.